guys, next story. So you know I've got to do an update on the Jussie Smollett case. So last week I told you that we found out that Jussie was out there with the Olsendero brothers, okay? Or is it Olsendaria? I don't know if I got a typo or not. But it's Abimbola and Asandola. Child, let me fuck up these names. I'll put their names on there. But anyway, I was telling you they had a dry run and they was practicing and, you know, all of this, right? Driving around, making sure. Well, you guys, Jussie ended up getting on the stand this week in his own defense. And Jussie let us know about a whole bunch of shit. I said, all of this. This is so embarrassing for him. Like, I can't imagine why you would feel like you would keep talking and now we in court. And I'm like, why did you even keep up with this just to be in court and have to be telling all your business? So Abimbola, that is one of the brothers that Jussie was involved with. He met him at a club, he said, and then he found out that he was an extra on the Empire set. I guess they took a liking to each other. They would hang out. Then it started to get more intimate. They would go to bathhouses together, gay bathhouses, and they said that they would touch each other. You know, he said that there was no real sexual intercourse. I guess no penetration or whatever, but they would touch each other. Now, we go into bathhouses just to be touching people. I mean, I'm just asking. I'm asking my gay men out there, my gay rock stars out there, my boys, okay? Y'all just let me know. We just going to bathhouses to touch? I mean, it could be. It could be something that they do. I'm just wondering, okay? But he said that that's what they was doing. They didn't have no sex, all right? He said that they would do cocaine together and other drugs, you know, when they would go clubbing and all. And then the other brother, Jussie said, seemed to be like homophobic and didn't really like Jussie. Jussie didn't really like him, didn't really trust him. And I guess he was trying to paint the picture that one brother was in the closet gay and the other brother didn't know his brother was in the closet gay and just had like a general dislike for gay people and would say things and all of that, okay? So I guess he's trying to paint the picture why possibly they would even be attacking him. But anyway, you guys, I mean, as you just listen to the story, it doesn't make sense because one, remember he said that the people that attacked him were white. Okay, that they had on MAGA hats and all that. Now, of course, this is in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, polar vortex, cold, all this, okay? But he was able to see that they were white men, all right? And there was even a security guard that said that they think that one of the persons was white. Well, now we know that these men were not white, that they are definitely black. And how do you get that confused? And then, of course, he's saying that he paid that $3,500 to them by check. He paid that money to them for their, you know, training. And possibly that Abimbola might have been, you know, there was word or joking around that he might be a security guard for Jussie because, of course, Jussie was also dealing with the fact that that letter had showed up at the Empire studio and they were trying to figure out how they were going to handle that. They wanted to put a security detail on Jussie. They wanted to either have somebody follow him home, make sure he got home safely every day, or possibly drive him home, you know, making sure he got home safely every day. And he did not want that. He said it was too intrusive. And he didn't want, you know, somebody that was babysitting him, I guess, all the time. So that's why he chose not to do that. But yeah, he's still sticking to the story and sticking to it quite strongly that he did not plan this with the Olsendero brothers. And my whole thing is, what would be the reason that they would do this? What is the motive? Well, I think he's saying that the motive is that the brother didn't like him. And you know, I don't know. But when they was talking about the bathhouses and the drugs, and I was just like, you just wouldn't think that somebody who, I mean, you are an outwardly gay, I mean, I don't know. I am ignorant to the culture and to the community, I should say. So I don't really know what happens, but I mean, I guess, child. So anyway, Jussie Smollett, okay, is charged with 6 counts of felony disorderly conduct for making what prosecutors say was a false police report about an alleged attack. 1 count for each time he gave a report to 3 different officers. The Class 4 felony carries a prison sentence of up to 3 years, but experts said that if he is convicted, that he is probably going to be placed on probation and have community service. Okay. Now, you guys, last week I said that I didn't think that he should go to jail. You guys were like, no, Roxanne, you know, if we get on the Karens and we get on people who falsely accuse Black people of doing A, B, and C, and, you know, trying to report a hate crime when that's not what it was, like, he definitely needs to go to jail, or he at least needs to be charged. And, you know, I thought about it and I was like, okay, that's true. That's true. Okay. Yes. You are not only, I mean, you didn't really hurt anybody, but I mean, you got them on the hunt for a person that does not even exist. Okay. Which means that if they were really trying to make sure that they arrested somebody for it, then somebody innocent could probably be, you know, put in jail. And we know how that can be as well. So, I mean, yes, I understand, but he's probably won't go to jail. You know, and like I said, he has suffered a lot already. Like, he's lost his livelihood, but that's, of course, because of him. Okay. This is not because, you know, some random happenings. This is something that he came up with these brothers, I believe anyway. And, it's bad. It's bad. Now, remember I was telling you that we was going to talk about CNN later? Okay, well, he done dug Don Lemon into this whole thing. And now when I think back about it, and when Don Lemon was talking about it on CNN, I kind of had a feeling like, maybe, Don, I understand this is your friend, this is your homeboy, you know, whatever. If you guys, I don't know what the relationship was there other than them being close friends. But he was talking about it a lot, and I was just sort of like, maybe you need to just leave it alone. Okay. Well, you know, because he was like, I talk to Jussie every day, you know, like, that's his friend. He talks to him and all of that. Well, it turns out that Jussie told the court that he got text messages from Don Lemon, and Don Lemon was telling him that it was giving him a heads up that the Chicago Police Department did not believe his story. Now, this was before we all, the general public, knew that they suspected that he was lying, okay? And because Don Lemon is Don Lemon, and he has, you know, he's access to this information, he, as a friend, was telling Jussie, you know, that they're onto you, or that they don't believe what you're saying, and kind of giving Jussie a heads up, so that they said Jussie changed his story like 3 times, and they believe it's because of the information that Don Lemon was giving them. Okay, so he, of course, told the court that, and now Don Lemon is in trouble. Okay, now Don Lemon was already in trouble. We already had a story out. This man said back in 2017 that he was at a bar and Don Lemon shoved his hands in his pants, in Don Lemon's pants, and then put his hand in the man's face. Okay, as in, I guess, smell, you know, let me rub this and then let you smell it kind of thing. And the man just reported it. So Don Lemon was already dealing with that. CNN has been pretty quiet with that. So it felt like maybe they were investigating quietly and possibly not believing it. But now this on top of the heels of that, and then the shit that's going on with Chris Cuomo. And I think that there has been an effort to get rid of Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon as the, I was like, what about Anderson Cooper? Y'all ain't got shit on Anderson? Okay. But that they were trying to get rid of that lineup. So Don Lemon, now people are calling for his firing, his immediate termination from CNN, because he was using his privilege as a reporter, letting, interfering with a police investigation. So And I was just like, okay, so Jussie told that. So now he didn't put more problems in Don's pocket. And child, I mean, as a friend, you think that you are talking to somebody as a friend and all. And I guess Don Lemon did not think it would ever come to this time where, you'd be on the stand and under oath and having to explain what happened. But child, see, that's why sometimes you just got to mind your own fucking business. You got to mind your own business, because when you get to minding other people's business, then you lose your income. Okay? Now, Don Lemon, he's like Chris Cuomo, he gonna be fine and all, but, it ain't good. It ain't good. It ain't good. So, the jury was out. You know what? I haven't been on social media at all today, so I don't even know if they came up with a verdict. So they were out. I think the judge let them go into deliberations today, which is Thursday. And I'm assuming they'll probably have something by tomorrow, which is Friday, which is when this video will be up. The longer that they are out, remember, the longer that the jury is out, the longer that they don't always come back with a guilty. Usually, that's kind of how the statistics go. So we'll see. We'll see, you guys. But yeah, that Jussie Smollett case is a child. You have got to read the day-by-day reportings that they put on there. It is a whole lot going on. That Jussie is telling a lot, and none of it is good. And it's just amazing that he's sticking to that story. Do you guys believe Jussie? Because I know there's still some people out there that believe him. Do you guys believe it? If you are one of those ones that believe it, let us know. We just want to know what you think. All right, you guys, so I have an update on the Jacqueline and Clarence Avant case. You guys know that Jacqueline Avant, 81 years old, philanthropist and wife to the music mogul Clarence Avant, was killed in her home in Hollywood Hills, or Beverly Hills, I believe it was, last week. And we were all appalled that someone would go in here and kill this innocent 81-year-old woman in her own home. Just disgusted with that story. And remember, I told you guys last week that I didn't know if it was the youth or it was gang activity and all of this. Well, you guys, it turns out that they did apprehend the person that is responsible for her death. Ariel Maynor, I believe is his last name. I think this is a typo. I think it's Ariel Maynor. He's 29 years old, and they believe that he is the sole person that broke into the home and killed her, tried to kill the security, ended up shooting the security, and shooting and killing Miss Avant. 29 years old. When you see him, he has gang tattoos on his face. So definitely, but the picture, when you see the picture, it just looks like it's like nothing there, like death, like just dead in the eyes, and the reason that they were able to catch him is that after he had shot and killed Miss Jacqueline Avant, then he went to another home and was attempting to rob that home. And he shot himself in the foot with the AR-15 rifle that he shot and killed Miss Avant with. He has a fucking rifle, an assault weapon that he shot and killed that woman with. But anyway, he ended up shooting his own self in his foot. So, of course, he could not get away, and the police was called, and he was arrested. And then that's how they realized that he was a part of the other robbery, and they also had him on camera, surveillance cameras driving out of the area and all of that. So they figured that he was the one. Right now, they're saying that he's the only person that they suspect. And he was charged for murder, an attempted murder of the security guard. What's strange about this whole story is it wasn't a robbery. He didn't steal anything. Okay, that immediately makes me feel like it's a hit. You didn't steal anything. You're in this rich people's house. You killed this woman, and what for? Nothing was taken, and he's on foot by himself, So it wasn't like it was an ambush or anything it was an ambush, but it wasn't like it was a bunch of people that went in there, grabbed a whole bunch of shit and ran out. It wasn't a robbery. They didn't even try to cover it up to make it seem like a robbery. So it seems like it might be more to that story. I don't know if it's a story that we'll ever fully know, but still a tragedy, just tragedy. And right now I know that there are people that are happy that he was arrested and that he will, you know, hopefully be brought to justice for this. But I don't know, you guys, I just can't help but think that there's more to that story there. Just so random that that these people would be targeted. And again, nothing taken. Something ain't right about that story. But we'll see what happens to Ariel Maynor. I'll let you guys know updates on the story as they come out. Oh, you guys, now Mr. that got me nervous about my arm, and now I feel like I'm out of breath. Like, I don't have no pain or nothing. Like, why you had to say something about my arm? But I feel like it's my carpal tunnel. Anyway, I don't have no chest problems or anything. Next story up, your boy Tristan Thompson. Child, this Tristan, now he been wilding since he came into, you know, all the action about 2016. He was with the girl, what was her name? Jordan Craig, okay? And evidently he decided that he wanted to be with Khloe Kardashian, or he was seeing Khloe Kardashian at the time that he was still with the Jordan Craig girl. But I guess it was towards the end of the relationship, let him tell it. He started seeing Khloe. She ended up being pregnant. He said that the relationship was over. He was over there with Khloe, but she was fully pregnant and about to have his baby. Okay. And of course, when she had the baby, when we added up the timeline and all of that, it was clear that he was still with her when he was messing around with Khloe and all of that. Okay. So you guys remember all that story. And that's when we first really kind of knew about what was going on with Tristan. They had his son Prince. And it was rocky for a while, but it looks like they was able to work it out. And, you know, he was going to take care of his son, and now he was with Khloe. So Jordan was out of the picture, and then Khloe and him were together. And then right as Khloe got pregnant and was about to have her baby, then we found out that he was having an affair with some chick. Remember, they had pictures of him going in and out of hotels, and she was hanging out with him and traveling with him when he would go play his basketball games and all of that. And remember, Khloe was so devastated because she was pregnant. She was about to have the baby, and the shower and everything was so beautiful. And then all that came out, and she had egg on her face. But her and Tristan worked it out, and they got back together. And I guess she decided she was going to be with her man. Okay. Then in 2018, 19, somewhere in there, we can't forget when he and Jordan Woods had their tryst. Okay. And that was a big, that was a big, another sign that Tristan just cannot be trusted. He is just one that's out there. He is for everybody. He is in them streets. He is seeing women. He's fucking women. He's still trying to be with Khloe. Khloe, for whatever she's been through. I told you guys that the Kardashians seem to be the type that just always wants to have their children with the same man and want to be with that man no matter what. Well, not necessarily no matter what, but always father and, having their kids being fathered by this man. Khloe tried to work it out with him. She moved to Cleveland. She was doing all of this. And Tristan was still just wilding, and so she finally did move back to LA, but, they were trying to work it out. All right. All that shit that they put Jordan through. Jordan got ousted, not friends with Kylie and them no more, and just was gone. Okay. But at the end of the day, Khloe was still there. Okay. Now we have a story that Tristan is a new father. We found out about Marilee Nichols, who not only said that she was pregnant by Tristan Thompson, but actually had the baby last week. Okay. And now we just finding out about this pregnancy. And he hasn't really denied that he's the father of the child. I think they're trying to establish paternity now, but obviously there is some, at least he can believe that he could be the father of this child, because he ain't just flat out said that ain't my damn baby. Okay. And actually she released a text message or some messages from him where he is telling her that, look, you might as well Go on and take this $75,000 that I'm trying to give you, as opposed to trying to get child support from me, because I am about to retire and you know that. And in Texas, you know, they're going to go by whatever my income is, and you're just going to get a couple of $100 because I am going to be unemployed. And, you know, you'll be better off getting $75,000. You're going to be having this child support, and you're only going to be getting a few $100s a month, and you're going to have a man that's not involved with the child. So he had no intentions of being with this woman or this baby. He doesn't have to be with the woman. That is your child. You know, you made this child. And the child is here, you know, and I just, for the life of me, why don't you guys wear, I mean, if you're going to fuck around, why don't you wear condoms? How the fuck hard is that? You know, you continuously out here fucking these women and just going raw dog and being all up in it. And then you want to be cussing them out and going through all of this when they have the baby, because they going to have the baby. Now they going to have the baby. All right. They're going to have the baby. So why not protect yourself? And you could be out there doing all the philandering that you want to do, as long as you don't create another child. Because something tells me that Chloe would have stayed with him. She knows what kind of man she has. But when you have a baby, that just brings a whole nother level of embarrassment to this. And I am embarrassed for Chloe. But Chloe has been with him time and time again. He's done this over and over. And I feel like it might have even happened more times that we know, that we don't even know about, that, you know, Chris is able to circumvent and bury before the stories even get out to the social media. But like, you know, it's hard to feel sorry for people who continuously stay with just habitual cheaters. It's one thing to say that you're going to work something out with somebody and you guys work on working it out. Okay, it's one thing to do that, and it's another thing to say you're gonna work on it, but somebody continues to do the fuck shit. Now, I can't be working on it if you still out here fucking with other people. You know, if you want to be with other people, just say you want to be with other people. Or I just know for myself that I can't stay with you if you're going to continue to do the things that fucked up this relationship in the first place. Okay, if we said we're going to work on it, then damn it, let's do that. Let's give it a good faith effort to make it work. Okay, but you can't do that if somebody is still doing all of the old shit, still out there like that. Like, it's like, no. And so I think it's time that Chloe just realizes that that's the kind of man that she has. And you're going to have to just decide whether you want to continue to go through these things. That's very embarrassing. It's embarrassing. They're a well-known family. They're a well-known name. And she, in particular, knows that everybody knows that Tristan is for the streets. He's a hoe. You're trying to make a hoe a housewife. And you just can't do that, you know? So I don't feel sorry for her. I'm embarrassed for her, and I just hope that she can, you know, I hope that she can get to a point where maybe she just needs to be by herself. Okay? Y'all know Lamar Odom is out there trying to shoot his shot undercover, but I think that's what he's trying to do. He would like to be back with Chloe, and I actually would have liked to have seen them back together, but I still feel like Lamar Odom has issues. Like, I know he's put out this whole statement saying that he's been delivered and he don't do drugs no more, and he don't do porn and, you know, all that. But he didn't say nothing about alcohol. Okay? Didn't say anything about alcohol. And I feel like when you have addictions like what he had, alcohol, drugs, and porn, since he felt like that was one of his addictions, those are things that you have to completely cut. You can't continue to drink when you know you have a problem. It could be a gateway to other things. It's usually, you drink enough, you're going to do some shit that you probably wouldn't have done if you were sober, you know? So I know that Lamar has said a few things and it's kind of seeming like he's trying to shoot a shot at Chloe, but Chloe don't need Lamar either. Chloe needs to be by herself or meet her a motherfucker that don't nobody know about and care about. Keep that shit off of social media and go about your business. Stop trying to be with these celebrities, these basketball people and all of that, and just because, So as much as I would like to see her and Lamar, I don't think that's the right move for her either. Yeah, you guys, that's the story there. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know what to say about it other than, is he only going to get a couple of $100s in Texas? Y'all, Texas rock stars, y'all let me know what's the situation on child support down there. They only giving a few $100s for people that A retired, but you know what? I should remember, because isn't that the situation that was going on with Chris? What's his name? The long neck, the one from Miami that was playing. Chris. Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. The one that was with LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Chris, whatever, the long ostrich neck, the weirdo. He had the wife, remember, but he had the baby mama in Texas. And I think she only got a few $100s in child support, now that I think about it. So he might be right. He might be right, you guys. So I don't know. But that Tristan ought to be ashamed of himself, keep putting that girl through that. But I mean, you know, she been there. She been there, so... I mean, he just doing what he normally do. But yeah, it's time for Chloe to do something different, girl. Just let the hoe go. And then lastly, you guys, just real quick, that Bone Thugs and Harmony versus with 3 6 Mafia. Now, you guys, I told you I wasn't watching it, and actually that night I actually had stayed at the hotel. Mr.'s job was having their Christmas party. So I didn't go to the Christmas party. I was at the hotel. Okay. I didn't even watch the damn verses, but child, when I got on social media and saw all the shit that was going on, actually Mrs. the one, when he got back to the room, he said, "You saw what was going on at the versus battle?" And I was like, "No, what?" He was like, "They was fighting." I said, "Fighting?" Child, I saw that video with that damn busy ball with his ignorant ass. See, I don't really know Bone Thugs or 3 6. I was never fans of neither. If I was going to be fans of one, it would have been Bone Thugs and Harmony, because I'm more familiar with their music. I don't really know none of 3 6 Mafia. My girlfriend Valerie loved 3 6 Mafia. She used to always blast them and all that, but I never have been a fan, so I don't know their music. So that's why I was just like, oh, I don't have to see that. But child, the shenanigans that was going on up there with Gangsta Boo and 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony and Busy Bone in particular starting that fight. But y'all niggas was able to round it up and get it together after they had put y'all on a commercial break. I was like, did they really have a commercial for the damn versus battle? But I would have thought that they wouldn't have continued it on, but they did continue it on, and actually the rest of it seemed to go pretty smoothly. Y'all saw that Swizz Beatz was in the comments and saying a whole bunch of stuff, making it kind of seem like one of the groups was kind of like a diva. And now that I read more about it, I think he was probably talking about 3 6 Mafia, but he was saying how, you know, these motherfuckers ain't performed in a month of Sundays and, you know, a decade of Sundays. And they want you know, all these, you know, they want all of these, like red carpet treatment and, you know, all of these favors and things that they expecting. They want their homeboy from Rikers Island to come and pray before the damn versus battle. It just... Swizz had a whole bunch to say, but then he said at the end of the whole thing, you know, after it had went smoothly, you know, that he enjoyed the versus battle. That shit was some entertainment, I'm sure, for people that was there. I saw some of the clips. I saw that Terrence Howard came and did, "So it's hard out there for a pimp. You got a whole bunch of niggas talking shit." Okay, and he did, "You don't know, man." You don't know, man. I want to watch Hustle and Flow. That movie was really good. He was really good in that too. And I just love to hear him perform in that. But anyway. Yeah, they said there was a whole bunch of shit going on. I didn't watch it, but I did, you know, I did get a good giggle off of, you know, the shit that was going on. People were saying that if anything did go down, that they figured that it would be Busy Bo. But why was he the first one hurrying up to the back of the crowd when they looked like they was about to? 3 6 Mafia came right over. It wasn't no, you know, a whole bunch of little back and forth like this, honey. 3 6 Mafia came all the way on their side, and it was all this confusion for a second. Here go Busy Bo way back here. He's just like a motherfucker talking too damn much, but then want to, you know, start a fight, but then don't really want to fight. But yeah, so I don't know who's going to be the next versus battle. I know people are talking about Mariah Carey and Beyonce. First of all, it'll never happen. They're not going to, neither one of them are going to do that. And I don't want to see Mariah Carey and Beyonce in it. I don't want to see them do that. I have no interest in that. People are, there's certain people that I just don't think need to do it. Mariah Carey, Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, Drake. You know, like it's just certain caliber of artists that I feel like, you know, that's something you just don't never need to do. Okay, and I have a feeling we won't ever see those people in, you know, and there's others that I can't think of right off the bat, but you know. Yeah, so who you guys think should be in the next versus battle? What do you guys think? I don't even know. I don't even know who any of the prospects are. But we should be coming up with a new one soon because they try to do one, I think, once a month. So we'll see. But anyway, you guys, that 3-6 Mafia and Bold Thugs, honey, they gave it to you, didn't they? All right, you guys, that is it. Oh, somebody must be getting home. Who's barking? Let me get on. We do this every single week. So make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you come back.